Dear students, in this chapter we have studied about the health, about the diseases, types of diseases, how these diseases are categorized, and how the infectious diseases spread from one person to another. What are the modes of spreading the diseases? What are the different microbes which lead to the spread of the diseases? Now we should study about the principles of treatment. So, whenever a person suffers from a disease, he or she can be cured by two ways. First of all is by reducing the symptoms, and another is that if we can kill the microbe which is causing the disease, then also a person can be cured. So the treatment of infectious disease consists of two steps. First, they are to reduce the effects of the disease. First of all, we have to reduce the symptoms of the disease, and then to kill the microbes which causes the diseases. So how can we reduce the effects of the disease? This can be done by taking medicines to bring down the effects of the disease. Like whenever you visit your doctor when you are having fever, pain or loose motion, or stomach pain or headache, so doctor gives you, or acidity if you are having, doctor provides you some medicines, isn't it? And then why it is done so that the symptoms, you can get relief from the symptoms which you are suffering, and you are asked to take bed rest so that your energy is conserved and your body is capable to fight with the disease after taking the medicines, after getting the relief. Now second principle of treatment is to kill the microbe. How it can be done? It can be done by using suitable antibiotics and drugs which acts upon the specific microbes, and then the disease can be cured. Now, as you have heard the saying that prevention is better than cure. So first of all, we should take utmost care that we may not catch up any disease, isn't it? If we will not catch any disease, then there will be no requirement of its treatment. So what are the principles behind the prevention of the disease? There are two ways of prevention of infectious disease. One can be general way and one can be specific way. So let us now study both of them one by one. So what does the general ways of prevention says? Public hygiene is the most important for prevention of infectious disease. Proper and sufficient food for everyone will make people healthy to resist infection. Just as we all are going through COVID-19 circumstances, we all know very well that doctors ask us to wash our hand quite often in a day, as many times we can. So this comes under public hygiene. Whenever we are visiting outside our home for buying any grocery or any item, and then when we come to our home, return back to our home, we always, these days we always are taking the bath, we are cleaning our hands with soap. So this is the public hygiene things which has to be kept in mind to prevent the infectious diseases. Second is you have to take the balanced diet so that your immune system becomes strong and you are able to fight with the diseases. Now, airborne diseases can be prevented by living in the conditions that are not crowded. As we are undergoing lockdown these days, so why we are undergoing lockdown? So that there may not be crowded places, so that if crowded places can be escaped, we will be relieved from coronavirus. So this is also one of the general way of prevention of the disease. Waterborne disease can be prevented by providing safe drinking water. If in case safe drinking water is not available, then doctors advise us to boil the water and then use it. Vector-borne diseases can be prevented by providing clean environment. If we clean up our environment, we do not allow flies and mosquitoes to raise around us, then vector-borne diseases can be prevented. So these are the general ways of prevention of diseases. Now let us study about specific ways of prevention of diseases. So a specific way can be attained by the immunization by taking the vaccines. So what does we understand by immunization? By if we are able to take any vaccine related to that particular disorder or disease, then our body get immune to that particular disease, and we pro this provides us greater immunity from the infectious to fight against the infectious diseases like tetanus, diphtheria, whooping cough, measles, polio, etc. Like you must have heard these days that there are trials going on, human trials going on in Oxford University for the discovery of the vaccine for COVID-19 coronavirus, isn't it? So whenever the vaccine will come up, what will happen? We will be immunized, we will take that vaccine, and then our body will develop immunity to fight against that particular disease, just like the tetanus vaccine we are taking, diphtheria, whooping cough, measles and polio vaccines which we are taking, and our body fights against these particular diseases easily. So our body has an immune system which fights microbial infection. When this system first sees an infectious microbe, it kills the microbe and remembers it. So how does this immune system works? What happens, student? Whenever our body gets in touch with any disease causing microbe, if the immune system of our body is strong, it will kill that microbe, and then it remembers, it keeps the memory that this particular infection has infected my body. So when next time the microbe enters our body fights with that more vigorously, more intensely. Okay, and vaccines mimic the infectious microbe and strengthens our immune system. So what does vaccine is doing? Vaccine is having weakened microbe or dead microbes it contains, and it is then infected into our body. Our body recognizes it as an infectious agent and then remembers it. So whenever that disease causing microbe attacks our body, as we have taken the vaccine beforehand, what will happen? Our body will remember and start fighting with that particular virus or bacteria with more vigorous actions. Okay, and in this way our body gets protected from the infectious diseases. So these are the two principles of prevention which can be labeled as the general ways of prevention and specific ways of prevention. So dear students, with this we complete our chapter, Why Do We Fall Ill? Thank you very much.